Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Under Nick Aldis' management, the latest episode of WWE SmackDown saw substantial headway in the build-up to Elimination Chamber 2025. However, during the show, Jacob Fatu once again became a primary highlight due to his exchange with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. In addition, Jacob and Tama Tonga were involved in a backstage segment where the Samoan Werewolf attacked a WWE official. This motion by the new Bloodline member raises the prospect that Aldis might punish Jacob Fatu for his actions. Fatu is set to face Damian Priest and Braun Strowman in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match tonight. This implies that he won't be banned or removed from the arena. However, Aldis could penalize Fatu by charging a hefty fine on him, deducting a considerable amount as punishment for his actions. Nick Aldis has been characterized as one of the boldest general managers in recent WWE history. So, it wouldn't be surprising if he took action against the Samoan Werewolf to regain control of the blue brand and maintain order. It will be intriguing to see how the storyline unfolds on SmackDown as we inch closer to the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. How else can Nick Aldis punish Jacob Fatu for his actions on the recent WWE SmackDown? This isn't the first time Jacob Fatu has reacted aggressively on Friday Night SmackDown and attacked WWE officials. Previously, fans have seen the new Bloodline member follow the same approach, yet Nick Aldis has yet to take any action against him. Besides imposing a fine and potentially punishing him financially, the National Treasurer could take stricter measures by issuing a warning and suspending the Samoan Werewolf from SmackDown at least until Elimination Chamber 2025. This would ensure that Jacob doesn't attack anyone else during that time while also protecting backstage officials. It could serve as a first warning, with Aldis making it clear that any further actions could result in longer suspensions. Additionally, the SmackDown general manager could personally confront Jacob Fatu in an upcoming episode of the Blue Brand, warning him about the consequences of his actions. These developments would not only solidify the Samoan Werewolf's status as a dominant force but also reinforce the fact that Nick Aldis has zero tolerance for such behavior under his leadership. Ultimately, it remains to be seen how this situation will unfold in the ongoing Bloodline saga and whether Aldis will decide to punish Jacob Fatu for his actions. Jacob Fatu made an unforgettable impact on WWE SmackDown, shaking the foundation of the blue brand with his reckless, destructive nature. His alliance with the Bloodline, particularly Solo Sikoa, has solidified him as one of the most dangerous figures in WWE. However, his recent actions, attacking security, disobeying orders, and causing mayhem, have put him at odds with WWE SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis. Aldis, known for his no-nonsense approach, has already issued warnings, fines, and even security threats, but Fatu continues his reign of terror. The question remains, how else can Nick Aldis punish Jacob Fatu for his actions? 1. A massive fine and suspension. While fines are standard protocol in WWE, Aldis could take it to another level. Instead of a typical $10,000 fine, Aldis could hit Fatu where it hurts, the pocket, by issuing a $500,000 fine for his reckless conduct. Additionally, Aldis could suspend Fatu for a month or more, keeping him out of competition. This would frustrate both Fatu and the Bloodline, forcing Solo Sikoa to strategize without his enforcer. The key here would be ensuring that Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, and Solo Sikoa cannot overrule the decision. To make it even more interesting, Aldis could add a performance clause. If Fatu wants the suspension lifted early, he must apologize publicly and pay the fine. A scenario where the Bloodline struggles to keep Fatu in line due to his temper would make for great TV. 2. Forcing Jacob Fatu into a gauntlet match. If Aldis wants to punish Fatu in the ring, he could force him into a gauntlet match against 5 top SmackDown superstars. This wouldn't be a reward, it would be a punishment. Possible competitors could include Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, AJ Styles, Santos Escobar, Kevin Owens. Each man would be eager to take Fatu down, making him suffer for his past transgressions. The real twist? If Fatu loses the gauntlet match, he loses his SmackDown contract. This would add an element of suspense and danger, forcing him to prove himself or face dire consequences. 3. Stripping Jacob Fatu of his Bloodline privileges. Right now, Fatu benefits from the Bloodline's protection. He is backup whenever he needs it, and Solo Sikoa has made it clear that Fatu is untouchable. But what if Aldis flipped the script? Aldis could make a ruling that the bloodline is banned from ringside for all of Fatu's matches, ensuring he fights alone. Furthermore, Aldis could order a locker room ban, meaning Fatu cannot enter the arena unless it's for his match. This would isolate Fatu, testing whether he can truly survive without the bloodline's backing. Could he still dominate WWE without Solo and Tama Tonga protecting him? 4. Booking Jacob Fatu in a loser leaves SmackDown match. If Aldis is truly fed up with Fatu's behavior, he could book him in a loser leaves SmackDown match against a top WWE star. The stakes would be high. If Fatu loses, he is forced off SmackDown for good. Possible opponents: Randy Orton, who could seek revenge after the Bloodline's attacks. Cody Rhodes, who still has unfinished business with the Bloodline. Bobby Lashley, a powerhouse who wouldn't back down. This move would force Fatu to fight for his career, adding drama and tension. Would he rise to the challenge, or would he be exiled from SmackDown? 5. Locking Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match against a monster. Aldis could take a brutal approach by locking Fatu inside a steel cage with one of WWE's most dangerous competitors, someone who matches his intensity. Potential opponents: Brock Lesnar, if he returns, he would love to destroy Fatu. Braun Strowman, who could match Fatu's brute strength. Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, a true warrior. This would ensure Fatu has nowhere to run. With the Bloodline banned from interfering, he would have to prove his dominance on his own. 6. Forcing Jacob Fatu into a Bloodline vs WWE match. Aldis could book a Bloodline vs WWE match where Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga face three hand-picked WWE superstars who are hungry to take them down. Possible WWE team: LA Knight, a fan favorite, always ready for a fight. Bobby Lashley, a powerhouse with a grudge. Sheamus, brutal and relentless. The catch? If the Bloodline loses, Jacob Fatu must leave the Bloodline forever. This would create an intense situation where Solo and Tama would be forced to fight for Fatu's future, leading to unexpected drama and betrayal possibilities. 7. Requiring Jacob Fatu to earn his spot via trial by combat. Since Jacob Fatu joined the Bloodline without the traditional tribal court process, Aldis could demand he undergo a proper trial by combat to prove himself. He would have to defeat a legend, like John Cena or Edge if they return. Win a submission match against a submission expert, like Chad Gable. Survive a no disqualification match against Drew McIntyre. Only if he completes all 3 challenges would he be allowed to continue his SmackDown run. This would be a way for WWE to make him earn his spot while creating compelling storytelling. 8. Making Jacob Fatu fight for the Intercontinental title, with a catch. Aldis could book Fatu in an Intercontinental Championship match against Sami Zayn, but with a major catch. If Fatu loses, he must leave SmackDown. If Fatu wins, he must defend the title in weekly open challenges, preventing the Bloodline from protecting him. This would force Fatu to either prove his dominance or get out. If he won the title, he would have to fight alone, which could lead to friction within the Bloodline. 9. A forced alliance with a rival. Aldis could force Fatu to team up with someone he despises in a mandatory tag team run. Imagine Fatu being forced to work alongside Kevin Owens or AJ Styles, creating explosive tension. The stipulation? If they lose 3 matches, Fatu is off SmackDown for 6 months. This would challenge his patience and create unpredictability. Would Fatu sabotage his own partner? Would the rival turn on him first? 10. A SmackDown ban until WrestleMania stipulation. As the ultimate punishment, Aldis could ban Jacob Fatu from SmackDown until WrestleMania, meaning he would miss the biggest season of the year. This would put the Bloodline at a major disadvantage, as they would lose a key player. When Fatu eventually returns, he would have a chip on his shoulder, making his comeback even more impactful. Final thoughts: what will Nick Aldis do? Nick Aldis has endless options for punishing Jacob Fatu. Whether it's financial penalties, brutal matches, forced alliances, or even SmackDown exile, Aldis has the power to make Fatu's life miserable. The key is storytelling. How will the Bloodline react? Will Solo Sikoa protect Fatu, or will Roman Reigns order his removal? Could a power struggle within the Bloodline emerge? One thing is certain: Fatu may be unstoppable, but even he isn't above Aldis' authority. What do you think will happen next? Will Aldis take drastic action, or will Fatu continue running wild on SmackDown?